afternoon.
Afternoon.
Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we're now on our next little adventure. So this little adventure is
the Southern Upland Way.
Yep, and that's 214 miles of Scottish boggy goodness.
Can't wait.
Can't wait, no. Right, so we're going to try and do it in 12 days. We're going to obviously well camp on the way.
I thought you said 14 days.
We're doing it 12 days. I always say 14 days. It's the only way I get to come on these adventures. Sorry. Yeah, so we're going to try and do it in 12 days. It's 214 miles. I don't really see much on YouTube about it, do we?
No.
I don't know if it's a popular one or not, but we'll soon find out. But the weather so far, this is lovely. But what we drove through
It wasn't this morning.
to get here was, yeah, really bad. So hopefully by the time we get past Moffat, that sort of area, it's cleared up. Yeah, so we'll just go through what we're doing, how we're doing it, where we're going to stop, etc. Try and give you as much information as possible. As I said, I haven't seen many YouTube videos about the Southern Upland Way, and we may find out why.
But look, show them the view.
Yeah, the view's cracking. Yeah, so yeah, it's really good here, really nice. So we've got to get cracking. We've got about 3 hours before it gets dark, so we're just going to try and do about 10 kilometres. So basically head back to and up to Stranraer, up in between one of the wind farms. There's a little wood we've seen there on the map that we're going to try and pitch up in. So we'll keep you up to date as we go along. We didn't even get 100 metres into a detour already. Just must be dodgy going down there, but I think we're just about to cut across a golf course. Kit we're carrying this time round, I'm about 4 kilograms lighter than I was for the Cape Wrath, and Sandra's about, oh, how many kilograms lighter?
I'm about 15 now, I think, for water.
Right, so she's about 15 kilograms from when she did the what do you call it, the West Highland Way. Alright, right, so she's got about 15 kilograms because it sounds better. When she did the West Highland Way, she was carrying the same weight as me, which was about 22 kilograms. Because it was my birthday during it, and she decided to carry a bottle of champagne with her. Yeah, gotta give her that one. Yeah, so we're a bit lighter, a lot of lessons learnt from the from Cape Wrath and doing the West Highland Way. So this should be a really good trip. Yeah, so this is Port Mora. Obviously when the tide's out there's a lot more that you can get out there. If you look at the map, it's got a bit of sandy bit in there where obviously boats must have come in years gone by. Stunning little place. The temperature just now is around about 14 degrees, which is quite good, to be honest with you. Right, so this little trip from Port Patrick to the east coast at Coburn's Path. We're going to try and do it in 12 days. We're not carrying the same amount of kit that we've carried on our other little adventures. We've actually reduced it down quite a bit. Not so bad as the pass. There's plenty of places you pass through where we can get resupplied. We've actually dropped a care package off at a hotel in Moffat that we'll pick up on the way through for the next 6 days of the trail. We're only carrying, at the moment, 5 days. We've worked out that we can get something to eat in a couple of other wee places, so we're carrying 5 days, which is better than what we carried before. We're sharing gas. We've got one gas canister each, but we're sharing one burner, and we've got a spare just in case those break. And we've managed to cut right down on the weight. In our resupply package we've put in some socks and spare clothing just in case we do get soaked, as it is forecast for about the next 4 or 5 days, which you would expect in November to be really, really rough. So we'll see how we go. Yeah, so far so good. So we'll go from here up to the lighthouse, following this path. I think we've got another little bay around the corner, and then it's up to the lighthouse, and then we say goodbye to the coast. The sign is over there, you can just see the yellow tip of it. It sort of suggests you go that way, but actually it's here. So it's in between this gap and the rocks when you come down. Right, so lighthouse there. I think once we're over this rise here, that'll be the last time that we see the west coast, and then it'll be another 200 and I think 212 miles of boggy goodness. Yeah, so it's just a quick turn left, sorry, turn right at the lighthouse and head up. This will go on up to these little wood here, and then we'll push on again to the next little copse. That's there. There's looks like on the map there's some water there, so we might just pitch up there for the night. Yeah, we've been quite lucky with the weather today, hence we're going to try and make the most of it. They said the forecast for the rest ain't going to be great. Definitely going to get the old waterproofs tested out in this one. Yeah, that should be us all set once we get up here. Once we get up, we should be all set to officially start tomorrow morning first thing and get the first 20 miles in the bag.
Oh, let's have a look at you.
Hello. A big shire horse at the back there. Little friend.
She really is. My donkey's like their ears being wrapped. Yes, they do.
No, he doesn't seem he wants to bite you. So, Sandra, would you like to explain to us what this is? Apart from a really muddy path.
New awards, kisses, which are made by local artisans, and they're along the trail to make it a little bit more interesting, and they're hidden and you'll find them, and there's 13 in total.
Have you got any yet?
No, I didn't, I forgot.
You forgot, okay.
Look what I found. I found one of the kisses. Let me turn it around so you can see it. For the Southern Upland Way. The first one I found, I do believe it's number 2. Yeah. I'm very pleased with myself right now.
Got to find. We won't show the position where it was because that's cheating. Yeah. So you got one.
Go on, yay!
So we might have to drive back to
Port Patrick
and find the other one if you get the rest of them.
If I get the rest of them. If I don't, I'm not going to buy.
So we've packed up. No casualties. We managed to get through the packing up, and we've actually got away before 8 o'clock. So Sandra's pushed on. She's going to follow the trail. I'll catch up because I've got the tent to put away at the end. Yeah, there is a wee bit of rain in the air. We can see where we're heading. In the distance there you can see it is chucking it down. So I'm just going to head across here, skirt past Stranraer, and then it's about another 10k's to a little place called Cruise. But when we get to Stranraer we're going to stop and have breakfast, not in Stranraer itself but when we skirt past it, make ourselves a wee bit of breakfast and then crack on as far as we can get until it gets dark. Yeah, how bad is the light at the moment? I don't know if you can read this, but it's a Southern Upland Way water bottle refill point. Use outdoor tap if available. That's
So I did.
by kind permission of the property owner. Oh bless you. Did you get your water?
I got my water.
Can't even see you there. It's so dark at the minute. So officially this is day one. As you know, yesterday we managed to do about 11 kilometres from over yonder. If you're looking at this and thinking, God, why has he not put the ISO up on his camera? I'm going to try and shoot this at the old native 100 on the ISO, so you can actually see the proper conditions. There may be an argument there where you don't need to be seeing this face, but yeah, so I'm going to try and shoot it just to give you the proper idea of what it would be like walking it. I think this is the 30th, so nearly November. Yeah, it's got some funny names this. It's I think it's the Dark Skies route or something like that. There's some, I'll have a wee look up, I'll stick it down the bottom what it is. But you see a lot of little writings and plaques and stuff like that that sort of allude that weather plays a big part in this trail itself, or path, sorry. Yeah, so good night last night. A couple of wins, so it's the first time that we've used the square thermarest that we got, and in the bathtub of the MSR they just fit perfectly. So it doesn't matter where you roll, you ain't rolling off it, you're on another thermarest. I think we're both agreed, although we were knackered, it was probably the best sleep we've had out in the countryside in a long while. Little pillows we got, brilliant, but they kept deflating, which is a bit worrying. We'll have a wee look at the valves when we get back. But yeah, they were really good. Had a cracking little sleep. So we're heading down to close to Stranraer, down this road, and then I'll be on to Cruise. But we're going to stop shortly and cook up a wee bit of breakfast. I don't know if you can see that over there. That's what it's like. Threatening to rain. I think a wee bit further over where we're going, you can see it is chucking it down over there. Right, so we'll catch up later on once we stop and have some breakfast. What are you doing, Sand?
I'm making breakfast.
And what we're having?
You're having porridge with coffee.
Yeah.
I'm having a mugshot and a biscuit and a cup of tea.
Right, so pretty much off the beaten path now. The weather is getting to its normal, typical Scottish weather. That little section there that we've come up, yes, it's marked. You can see there's a bit little old signpost there, but I reckon a lot of people go round the road because we will join back onto the road once we get up to the top of this feature. What's that? Yeah, it's there. She's lost the path. Yeah, to the right hand side up through that gorse. Alright, okay. You'll be fine. Get going. Absolute nightmare. No, she's funny. Bless her. Yeah, so she's going to head up to there and then across to there, up to that, up to those woods, and if we keep going we'll be done in about an hour of the section, the first stage section, but we'll push on a little bit. But the way this weather's gone, and I've got to be really careful because at the end of the day you have to be doing it for a while, you don't want to overdo it, and because you'll have a really rotten trip. So if we don't feel up for it, well, we'll stop. Lots of gates. Yeah, so far in this section, haven't seen anybody. Looks like we're the only ones on it at the moment. Which would make sense. Because why would you? Right, so it's the weather. Yeah. We're probably about a kilometre from day one's finish. And it's only 3:10. And we're starting to lose light rather quickly. I think that's got more to do with the cloud than anything else. Yeah, so we'll get down here. If there's some shelter down here, we'll probably have a quick cup of tea or coffee, and then we'll make a wee decision on whether we're going to push on another 5 or 6k. There is a wood about 5 or 6k away, but it means crossing really open high ground, and there's no point in getting soaked and then pitching a tent when you're soaking wet. So we'll make that decision when we get down here. But you've got to love all the autumn colours. Really pretty, really nice. It's actually good this now that we're out in the sort of moorland side, away from a wee bit of civilization. Gives you that kind of feel that you would get when you're up in the Highlands. You know, but sort of as a walk, I mean the Southern Upland Way, I don't think you're more than an hour away from civilization at any point. Our little villages and stuff like that all seems to pass through it, which is probably an appeal for some people. A few B&Bs and hotels. I know where we're crossing here, probably about 3k's up the road. There's a hotel, pub, and facilities, I believe. Yeah, so when you get down here, we can't go up to the hotel. We sort of hang a right over the moorland if we're going to push up to that wood. Looks quite a big one actually, that wood, so fingers crossed it's not been taken down. Right, oh, do it that way. Okay, about a kilometre to go. We're going to try and find somewhere to pitch up for tonight. As we come out these woods, it's starting to get dark quite quickly. Oh, okay. Yeah, so there's a ruined building just up there. I think that's us for tonight. It's a rather boggy mess coming across there for about 3 kilometres, and Sandy's had enough. Quite rightly so. I think that's about 33 kilometres, 20 miles we've done today. So yeah, time we get pitched up, get in the dry. Right, so that's us pitched up for the night. We've managed to do just over 33 kilometres today, so that's 20 miles. We got absolutely soaked, not gonna lie, soaked all the way through. We're doing really well, but the last 2 hours or so, it's been chucking it down. But managed to get the tent up, managed to get keep it kind of dry. Sandra's in there sorting out the thermarests and stuff like that, getting it all ready to be habitable. We did have to squeeze quite a bit of water out of it to start with. Yeah, but not a bad day today, distance wise. Really boggy that last section, which is coming through there, you can see it. Yeah, really boggy, but not to worry at all. Does look really bleak, because it is. It's November in Scotland. Yeah. We'll catch up later on. Cheers. Right, let's get going. So we're heading off all the way down into that valley and then back up. So down into there to a waterfall, I believe it is. Then back up to the woods that you can just see in the distance there-ish.
Hang on a minute, haven't we just come from there to go
No.
back to there?
You came from over there.
I thought we came from there.
I think that's a hotel all the way down there. There's a hotel down there.
Why am I in the middle of a field?
So we've come across and we're sort of dog-legging it, yeah, up, round and then down, but that's the woods over there we're heading to. You can see them now up on the hill.
Okay.
That's what we're doing.
That's not it though, is it?
No, it's, then we'll go through the woods
Through the woods.
and through more woods.
The dark woods into
Yeah, we've done that, the dark
the... It
woods.
sounds like an adventure.
That's an adventure. Right, let's go. So that was downpour from hell there, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, my boots are sloppy.
Yeah, we've just,
Everything's wet.
I think we've just given into the idea that it's got to be a wet one. It's got to be rain and rain and rain. Just different levels and different strengths.
It's still raining now.
Still raining now, yeah. It stopped. This is what you technically would say. It stopped, but it's still raining, yeah. Because when it rained, it absolutely chucked it there. Yeah, Gore-Tex, wonderful, isn't it? To a certain point. It can take so much. When it's torrential like that, yeah, you're sort of.
I think I can pour it out of my boots.
You got it in your boots.
I can pour it out of my boots.
Yeah. Yeah, so we've got a wee bit of road bit up to the woods here. Hopefully the woods, if they're still there, will give us a wee bit of shelter for the rest of the way.
Oh, here it comes again!
Here it comes again. Right, dear. Well, at least it's not raining. Yeah, so we've left the area of New Sluice, I think it is. Gonna head up, try and find these. I was hoping to see some tree line, but it's beginning to look like some of the forest has been cleared for the next. Dare I say it's looking alright behind us, but that's subject to change as normal. Yeah, don't get this path a bit. Takes you off and then back onto it. I would say that there's a path that runs from that derelict farmhouse all the way up. Looks like it crossed here, but they've seen fit to make the path come up this way, which is just basically walking through bog. That's the reason behind it. We came down for the signpost there, which points this way, and the path does go all the way down there, but this is quite, when it's flooded like this you can't see the path, so you need to be careful with the signage. Well, at last we're getting out of this boggy mess now. It's pretty much bog all the way up for this morning, all the way up to here. Really slow going. Hopefully the path that's inside the forests here will be covered. Good forestry tracks, I would think so, if they've got all these windmills up here. I'm presuming they'll be quite good going. Yeah, this has slowed us down quite a bit. It's put a bit of a, took a wee bit of an hour off us, I would think. It's just not great going. Well, yeah, the bog didn't finish. You've still got through there to go as you initially come into the woods, but now we're onto this. Hopefully a wee bit of a path so we can get a bit of a wiggle on. I'm not too sure, but I'll need to check the Harvey's map. I think there's a bothy on the way. Just going to stop there and wring the socks out and get them back on again. Yeah. Really marshy that. Really boggy. So that probably has been about 6-7 kilometres of boggy goodness in that part. So it's something to worry the world, isn't it? Yep, I'm definitely here to stay. I don't know if they're the answer to all our energy issues, but yeah, definitely here to stay. Right, so sticking on the old track, the old trail, just following the signposts, and we're going to probably in about another kilometre or so we'll come up to the beehive bothy. We'll stop and have a cup of tea once we're there and check it out. I did watch a video of a chap that went in there and the mice ate through his tent and his bag while he was in there. Yeah, we won't be staying in it. We've got another 10 mile to push on from there and that'll be us. Yeah, so next time we check in should be at the beehive bothy. So I suppose there is a bit of an argument here where the actual forests are yeah, that's how quick it comes down. No warning. So down there we have the beehive bothy, just in time. Well, actually we're about 5 minutes too late for it. Yeah, the rain's just fired back on in again. But it is what it is. So we'll get down there, try and get the feet dry, get a cup of tea before the next 10 miles. So all that money, Gore-Tex, everything, and that's your socks. Yeah, when Scotland gets you, it gets you. It absolutely does get you. Nothing you can do. But that's all you can do. To be fair, the merino wool socks, they're still toasty in your feet. It's just that bit squelchy, and you just hope you don't get a bit of water friction in the old feet where you start not blistering up so much, but the skin. I think it was called trench foot back in the day. But yeah, so that's just one foot done. So we'll get these all wrung out and get going again. Well, I've got a couple of k's to go. The we'll reach Sanka, and then we're going to bed in somewhere. We cannot move in this. It's way too dangerous.